At their own 22-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Newton, that's complete out right to the tight end Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. That caught by Trimble. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Gets it quickly out to Marshall. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. Cam looking to throw. Incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Third and 2, Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. A little juke. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On second and 10, Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They snap it to Newton. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On first down, it's Newton. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now Newton on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Again, Newton. Flushed out right. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, 26 yards. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the second time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
The Niners take over first and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. On play action, Lance. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
He's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert from 6 yards away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On first down, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To the air again, Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. D Ford, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing now is Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 34's the mic, 34's the mic. He's coming, check in, check in. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. This is McCaffrey on the give.
Big hole up the middle.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
24 yards. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead. In a tight one.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here's Mostert.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases,
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Now Newton. That's into the hands of Marshall.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here's Newton.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
as a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
One last throw here for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to hang on.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play